We are here with Alex Hutchinson. He is the creative director for Far Cry 4, and he knows all about Pagan Min.
Pagan Min.
This horrible, horrible, scary man we've seen in all of the released trailers. So this time we're in Nepal, and what's going on?
Yeah, so we're in all of the Far Cry locations are sort of, exaggerated, semi-fantasy versions of real places. So yeah, we're inspired by Nepal, inspired by Tibet, inspired by Kathmandu, but the place in Far Cry 4 is Kyrat.
Kyrat, sorry, not
No,
Nepal. Don't
not
say
Nepal.
Nepal.
Nepal, don't sue. Please don't sue. So Pagan Min is our new antagonist, and really what we were looking for is just someone fresh. We didn't want a villain who was going to shake his fist at you and say he's going to, kill you, destroy your life, kill your family, and then sometime 20 hours later you'd kill him with a shotgun. We wanted someone that was a little bit different, and so obviously it's hinted at in the trailer, and we don't want to give too many spoilers, but he has a history with you and your family, although I will point out he is absolutely not your father, so don't worry about that. Although that was good. Star Wars is being and gone.
I have enough horrifying family friends that,
There you go.
I can be a little bit afraid of that.
Good.
So during the demo, it seemed like I was taking over a fort. I crashed an elephant through a gate and stomped on some people, shot some things up. It was pretty excellent. What's going on at this point in the game?
Yeah, so the demo we're doing on the booth here is just a little bit of the open world. So, everyone who's played Far Cry 3 knows that they were outposts and they were a lot of fun. You could tackle them how you want. You could come in from any side, load up your weapon loadout, any way you wanted. And here we said, all right, what can we do to take it to the next level? So we built fortresses. So there are 4 big fortresses in the game that are very, very difficult. And you crashed an elephant through a gate. So that's one way to get in. You can also sneak in underneath or come in with a grapple over the side. So there's different ways to tackle it, sort of a focused challenge. So this you could take on pretty much any time in the game.
So in terms of combat, do we have any interesting and new features?
Well, there's plenty of guns, so that's a good one. So we have a lot of new ones. The autocross, which is like a silent crossbow, which is great. You rode the elephant, so the elephant is a pretty destructive vehicle. We have gyrocopters. We're calling a buzzer, which means you can come in over the top on any location. And I think the best weapon really though is you can now invite your best friend into the open world. So your buddy can come in co-op in your main game and wreak havoc.
Would my buddy be another version of the main character from the campaign, or would he be a different character altogether?
He's a different guy. He's called Herc. If you played any of the DLC for Far Cry 3, you'll know Herc. We needed a guy who, in our universe, would be willing to fly in with you and destroy things at the drop of a hat for no real reason. So, yeah, good, crazy guy.
I've seen him. Yeah, now that you mention it.
A lot of traction.
That lunatic was my friend.
Yes.
Okay. What was one of your favorite new additions to this game?
I think the biggest one is guns for hire. So being able to bring your best friend into the main campaign and goof around with him, because Far Cry at its heart is a systemic game. So it's about building your own story, making your own fun. Obviously there's a narrative that drives it, but the best moments for me are the stories that people tell us where we didn't script it. Where they made a plan, rode the elephant, rode the gyrocopter, and did their own thing. So the fact that now all of that is multiplied by your friend with the same set of tools is by far my favorite thing.
Mayhem is a big part of my Far Cry experience, and I'm sure it is for many of you, audience. So you touched on it a little bit about our antagonist, but is he really an antagonist kind of guy? He's not necessarily a cut and dry villain. He's got a little bit more to him.
Yeah, so it's very hard to talk about without getting into spoiler territory, but he's definitely someone we want to get a different reaction from people. I played a lot of games where it's just a pretty generic villain that you're going to have to eliminate at the end of the game, so we wanted someone who would give us fresh emotions for the player, maybe a little bit of confusion about what his intentions are, maybe a bit of confusion about whether he's even a guy that you should be killing. So yeah, hopefully when people play it, they experience something fresh.
All right, that's cool, because I think the best villains aren't villains who are like, they look scary and threatening and they say, "Oh, I'll get you," because it's too easy.
Yes.
So this is going to make us feel a lot of feels.
I hope so. Plenty of feels.
All right, what do you hope people take away from today here for Far Cry 4?
Yeah, I hope there's a couple of things. One is I hope they see that it's a really different kind of game, you know what I mean? It's a far more exotic, unusual sort of ambience than most games. And I hope they also see that we're hands-on and playable. So there's a lot of games here at the moment that are videos, so we were really excited to have people actually going hands-on in the booth and to watch them having some fun.
Thank you for letting me watch myself die, but also break through the fort. Thanks so much. When can we see this out for customers?
Yep, so it's out in November on all platforms known to man, on PC, Xbox One, PS4, 360, PS3, so it's everywhere.
Everyone should get it then. All right, thanks so much, Alex. We're going to check this out pretty damn soon.
Appreciate it.